What the fuck is going on, guys? I've got 9 minutes. I'm gonna try to condense as much shit as I can into these 9 minutes. This is everything I could come up with in the past 30 minutes. I think that this is way more than $1,000 worth of advice. Millionaires worth of advice. This is something that's been occult, hidden from the public, something that could get me killed for sharing. But that's how much I really believe that you deserve to know. And if I can make any type of impact on somebody else to help them, I should. And I don't care if I die. I don't have family or friends. I've experienced a lot of life, so I'm content. What I want to tell you is that as we're approaching this cycle ending, when this April 8th eclipse happens, we are going through a mass change, and I'm sure all of you are seeing and feeling what's going on going into society, whether it's physical or spiritual. I want to tell you to believe me that I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been around a lot. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've traveled the country. I've been on my own. I'm a 33 life path in numerology, and I've been through a lot of unique experience. So I'm just gonna go down this list, and then hopefully if I can make it to the next video, we'll go deeper into it if you like it and you think it's important. And the first thing I want to say is that we are multi-dimensional beings having a human experience. This body is just a vessel to house your consciousness, and there's so many different layers and levels of what you're experiencing and what your friends are experiencing and what I'm experiencing. That is a beautiful thing that happened, but if you can't tell, in times like these, things kind of become more important, and you tend to shed a lot of those and lose a lot of those layers, and we get to a more foundational understanding before the next cycle happens, like when COVID happened or 9/11. We're at one of those points. The first thing I want to say, as for multidimensional, is that the universe loves you. The universe does love you. This is all working in your favor, even if it doesn't seem it. This is a gift to be a part of this together. And I'm just going to assume that you're real and that there is somebody else on the other line. I want to say that I had a severe brain injury, and from the severe brain injury, learning how to fix that, I woke up to the realization and understanding that we are getting information from somewhere else, and that your brain is a hardware, like a router, to be able to connect to other energies and information and memories and your best self, or God, or your mother that you love, or your father, or your friends, or your girlfriend. When you don't have your hardware fixed, you can't process any of that, and you lag behind, and you damage the relationships with the people you love because of your inability to function, and that's due to your daily habits. And brain injuries, drugs, lack of sleep, the things that you've done to hurt that router. So the best way to reconnect that before we go anywhere else is fixing the hardware to be able to download the software. And the first thing to do that is a thing called autophagy and apoptosis, where the reason that you can't function is because your brain and your body has things that are hurting it and things that are blocking it and things that are gone. The way to rebuild that first is your body has a natural system called autophagy and apoptosis, which is your body's natural way to clear out the bad. It will do a system diagnostic, and it will take out the bad, and that happens through fasting. When you stop eating, your nervous system and your body starts to repair itself automatically. You don't need anything. That's why fasting is so important in every major religion. So once that's going, usually 24-hour fast to 48-hour fast, until you start to learn what it's like to actually get into the nitty-gritty and start to clear out your system, because you'll feel it. Then you focus on drinking good water and changing your diet. For ketosis to happen, you can't have any sugar at all to start out, at least, and then you'll learn how to base it based off of your overwhelming upgrades that you'll receive pretty quickly, especially because of the time that we're in. So to stay in ketosis, I recommend just chicken and eggs and fats like just olive oil and cheese, little to no carbs at all, so that you can hit that ketosis, which doesn't happen for a certain period of time. But you'll know it when you feel it. You'll have a disgusting smell in the back. It's called the dragon's breath. The next thing I want you to do once you're taking out the bad is by adding the good, and that's taking protein powder. When you fast and you take a protein shake afterwards, it's going to be one of the best highs of your life. Especially if you're a drug addict and you need something like that, you need some type of bad habit to keep yourself feeling good. That protein shake after you fasted is better than any drug I've had. Adding that to courage and bravery to push past your own limits, that euphoria you feel when you become a better person and you've grown from your experience and you've seen more and you're doing things that scare you, that's a way better high than I've had for any drug I've ever taken. So when you're adding in the good protein shakes, your brain is made out of DHA, which is a chain of omega-3 fatty acids. So taking omega-3s, multivitamins, eggs, and then getting as much sunlight as possible, because your body's designed to connect to the sunlight. Like trees. Our skin, when we take in vitamin D, it's designed to take in that. And we're supposed to have sunlight in our system. It boosts us, it gives us energy, it gives us the ability to think and push past our barriers. So you need sunlight, fasting, ketosis, autophagy, apoptosis, and supplement use. And that's a practice every day. And you learn as you go, you build it over time. Once you're doing that, I want you to take a look at your environment and change your environment to be a place where you can habitually progress your life, where you clean up the whole thing. Even if you're so depressed, the only thing you can do is just not eat. If you can just clean a foot of space a day and commit to that foot of space and just clean that perfectly and then move on to the next one, it will get easier over time. As you make conscious decisions to do good in your life, you will progress yourself forward, and it will become easier and easier and easier, and you will get these overwhelming breakthroughs that will be terrifying, but eventually it will be euphoric, and you will grow into becoming the best version of yourself, which is probably one of the best things to do in this life. One of the only things to do is experience and grow from when you're born to when you die. That's a big part of this, of life, is being able to look back and see how much you've changed, and whether that was for the good or for the bad. So I'm telling you to be conscious and make good decisions. And even if the future is overwhelming, with time and those small good decisions, that's the best way to handle it to get to a better place. Next thing I want to talk about, as you're cleaning yourself, I want you to focus on bringing attention, because your nervous system has been damaged by COVID and all these bad foods and bad habits and laziness and escapism and trauma and all this stuff you've been taken out of your body. So learning how to bring presence back into your body with focus is really important. And as you're cleaning yourself out, you're going to start to really get into the parts that you were afraid of and that you forgot about because your nervous system was damaged. So as you're doing that, I'm talking about exercise, I'm talking about cold showers, I'm talking about sleep and breathing exercises and meditation. Just sitting with yourself and getting to know your inside, because your inner world matters more than the outer.